A new Washington Post ABC poll puts former President Donald Trump 10 points ahead of President Biden in a hypothetical 2024 matchup with registered voters. It also found Biden has just 50% support from members of racial and ethnic minority groups. Compare that to 73% support from non-white voters in 2020. Joining us now is our Black voter panel. Darnisha Weary is the owner of Black Coffee Northwest. Jason Brown is the co-owner and CEO of 1918 Catering. And then Chris McCullough is a small business owner, father of 3, and former Democrat. And they all join me now. Everybody, thanks for getting up early with us this morning. Darnisha, I want to go to you first. You said you were not shocked by these numbers in this poll. Why was that?
I'm not shocked because there are so many unanswered promises and there's so many missed opportunities to actually do the right thing. So I don't have much faith, and I wasn't very shocked of the numbers of the poll personally.
And then Chris, you kind of said the same thing as far as there was no shock to this. You are actually, you're a father of 3. You own your own business. You voted for Biden in 2020, but you switched parties in 2022. What was the leading factor and really the driving force behind you switching parties after voting for him?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I'm just like not, honestly surprised about how Biden is. I feel like a lot of people, they're starting to see Biden for who he truly is. He's just a lying crook who has, empty promises. He's told people what they wanted to hear in order to, get their votes. And he doesn't and he didn't put, the American people first. And, in my opinion, I just feel like he's just not mentally stable. He shouldn't be running the country. A lot of Americans, they're living paycheck to paycheck underneath his administration, where the same Americans were thriving underneath Trump administration.
Yeah, America is almost unrecognizable when you're having trouble putting food on the table or choosing to do that or put gas in your car to get to work. Jason, the next question goes to you. You said these early poll numbers don't faze you that much, but age is a concern for you. Is that the age of President Biden? Is that the age of all candidates? What are you looking for?
Currently, that is the age of both of the current top candidates. Right now, as you see with Biden's latest blunder with the boy statement, that just shows age appropriation. That shows being able to be aware of the times that we're currently in. So my biggest concern for both candidates is not only the age, but how they're going to be able to handle the current personal issues that they're having, along with their family issues.
Yeah, really quickly before I move on, 62% of voters don't approve of how Biden is handling immigration at the U.S.-Mexico border, and then 30% approve of the economy, 64% disapprove. So his numbers, they're really in the tank right now. But I do want to get to this topic. I'm going to ask Darnisha and Chris to respond to this, since, Jason, you already kind of hit on that. But President Biden, he is getting a lot of heat after this awkward moment with rapper LL Cool J. Listen.
2 of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip-hop in America, LL Cool J. By the way, that man's got biceps bigger than my thighs.
Darnisha, really quickly, was this offensive to you?
Absolutely. I mean, it's 2023. It's very unacceptable to speak and use that language. I'm referring to my community. He should know better by now. So I was really upset about that.
And then, Chris, what did you make of those comments?
Yeah, I just feel like this is just like another example of, how Biden truly feels about the Black community. This is the first time he referred to a Black man as a boy. It's most likely not going to be the last one. And it kind of goes back to the whole, if you don't vote for me, you're Black. He has this you're not Black, excuse me. He has this slave master mentality. I feel like he doesn't really care what he says because he knows the majority of Black people are still going to vote for him. I mean, even I was foolish enough to do so back then, but thank God I learned from that awful mistake.
Yeah, I believe what you told our producers was you learned your lesson. Darnisha, Chris, and Jason, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it. Have a good day.
Hey, you too. Thank you so much for having us.